What's up guys, that Racing Game Guy here. Today I'm in Forza 6 and last weekend was Formula Drift, so this weekend I'm going to kind of do a little, and I should have done this sooner, but I've been crazy busy in my first week home. I built this GT350R the other day and I kind of made a drift car out of it. And while I may need to, do a little bit of fine tuning, ooh. Let's see there. While I may need to do a little bit of fine tuning, I did do my best to make a drift car out of it. And to kind of like as a little tribute, I don't know what the correct word would be, but basically, since Formula Drift was last weekend, to recognize that, I want to take this car to none other than Road Atlanta, the full circuit, of course, and kind of try my luck on the Formula Drift line, because the good thing about Forza is that there's so much detail in it that you can actually play Formula Drift in Forza. Crazy amounts of wheel spin in first gear. Second gear hooks though, which is decent. And it's a little ways up. But basically, this car has, all your drivetrain upgrades, suspension upgrades, stuff like that. And then for power, I twin turboed it, I did intake, exhaust, and that is it. Ooh, overshot it a little bit. Not too bad though. Little bit. It still told me perfect drift, even though it was definitely not perfect. Kind of why you can't trust that little thing. It's very encouraging. Oh yeah, you did great. No, you didn't. Oh boy. See, like that, it'll probably tell me like perfect turn or something like that. Now that's a little bit exaggerated, but that it's definitely not. Jeez, ouch. It's definitely not perfect. I love the lack of traction in first gear, but then the instant hook in second. It's awesome. Because, I don't mind having a first gear that doesn't have traction, but by the time I get to second gear, you need traction. Let's see, and here is, and I was in way too high of a gear, but it kind of snuck up on me a little bit. This is the Formula Drift line. And ooh, went into the grass a little too much, but I hit that clipping point pretty nicely. Whoops, I did not want to go into the wall. I just wanted to do a handbrake turn. Typical Mustang over here, hitting crowds, just Mustang stuff. Okay, so basically, in Formula Drift, they have one clipping point at that curve. I believe they have one at that one. They have a section like right here. And then probably one there. I think, if I remember right. And then like it's really like, especially the tents and the crowd and everything is really, really detailed. So basically, and it's really weird that I can like do this, but basically I was sitting about there in the very front, like 2 rows in front of the guy with the BMW flag. So yeah, that's where I was really super close to everything. What traction? Traction? I don't know what that is. Ooh, alright. This car is running good today. I think I finally got this car pretty well balanced. A little bit of lag there on that downshift. Okay, now if you guys watch my speed on my entry, oh god, I messed that up horribly. Let's try that again. Blowing the tires off in first gear. There's a better handbrake turn. Whoops. Typical Mustang stuff. Okay, so that was like a 60-mile-an-hour entry. Coming through here, little bit way too far in the grass. No, I spun out. Okay, just to kind of put that into perspective, Vaughn Gittin Jr. was drifting his Mustang, did like 104-mile-an-hour entry into that first curve. Now, I'm gonna wreck horribly, but let me put that in perspective for you. Let me just come down here at 104 miles an hour. Yeah. You see how that worked out for me. Vaughn Gittin Jr. took a 104-mile-an-hour entry, drifted this circuit perfectly, like absolutely perfectly, like he did every single time. And yeah, the real professional guys did perfect runs almost every single time. Vaughn Gittin Jr., Chris Forsberg, Tanner Faust, those guys, it was amazing. They were just spot on every single time. And I imagine some of them would be so hard for the judges to call. And into the wall at another 100-mile-an-hour entry. See, that's all you have to do when you're doing a burnout and it starts fishtailing. You just have to let off of it. But no, people don't understand that. Alright, let's... Oh, well, I went into the grass, but I didn't... It wasn't absolutely horrible. No, I spun. No. Oh, come on. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what happens when you give it too much gas. That is why... Ooh. That is why drifters really have to learn throttle control. Like, really have to learn it. Because, well, that's the whole point of drifting, right? E-brake and throttle control. And steering, of course, you know. That's, I was not really stating the obvious. I was kind of stating other underlying things. Because everyone knows, you know, handbrake, counter steer, I was trying to think of the word. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. You know, everyone knows that, but there is a really amazing amount of throttle control throughout the entire drift, because it's a really, really fine line. There's a balance between not enough gas and too much gas, and either one either makes or breaks your drift, really. See, I'm getting this at like a 45 mile an hour entry. I'm not even doing like a 50 mile an hour entry. I think earlier I may have done one with like a 60 mile an hour entry towards the beginning of the video. Whoops. Granted, this is a track car more so than a drift car, so I'd probably be better off in something like a BRZ or a 240, maybe an RX-7, something like that. Maybe not, you know, the dedicated track car. Let's try another 100 mile an hour entry. And oh god, another thing is those guys were going around this whole circuit and then back up through here and then back up here again. They were going through, oh god, almost a little tap. They were going through it so much faster than I am. Like, so much faster. It's so much fun. 80 mile an hour entry. Okay, alright. I haven't perfected it, though. As you... Ooh, stop whipping back and forth. Alright, trying to get that throttle control down. Alright, a little bit better. Honestly, it's a really hard thing to do, especially in the game, because like those guys have enough difficulty with this stuff in real life, but then you add video game physics, which Forza is extremely realistic, yes, but it's still video game physics. And ow, almost hit that. Glad I didn't, but almost did. No! Too much throttle. Too much throttle. Let me try another 100 mile an hour entry. I just want to try one more entry. One more 100 mile an hour entry. Alright. Yeah, well, it was better. Nope, it didn't work. I didn't wreck, but it didn't work. So at least I can say that. At least I can say that. The trick is, when you're doing an entry that fast, you just gotta rip the e-brake way, like, back here, and get sideways back here. Because then you're sliding into it, and then you come into it like this, and then you're coming through it like this, and then you rip the e-brake again, right out there, and I came in too close to the inside edge, because guys in Formula Drift, the clipping point was like out here, so they were coming sideways through here, and then they would kind of bring it in here a little bit, and then whip it back, and be closer to that inside edge, and then be closer to that inside edge, and then straighten up, and then just do burnouts and stuff on the way back. It was pretty crazy, and it was a lot of fun. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, leave me a thumbs up, comment down below what you think. If you're new to the channel, of course, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button down below for more awesome stuff. Thank you guys for watching.